Hi and welcome to GRVO TV, G's Reviews, Views and Opinions. Welcome to my next in the series of watches for tanker gas, and this watch comes in at well within that price range, new as well as second hand. I mean, if you can pick these up second hand for less than 30 quid, $40. And the watch in question is the Casio SGW100. Now, there's a couple of reasons I bought this. One, because it was cheap and cheerful, and two, because it's really legible. Now, I'll do, once I've done the overview, I'll flip this camera around and we'll go close up on this and then have a look at it on the wrist. But it's typical Casio in that it's a very busy watch, lots of writing all over it. It's a twin sensor, so it's not a G-Shock and it's not a Pro Trek. It's called a twin sensor, so it's got the compass and temperature gauge on it, which is quite handy. Obviously, the temperature gauge, you have to have it off the wrist to get a reading, otherwise it will read the heat of your body temperature. So it's the kind of thing you can sort of hang on a backpack, or sometimes I'll put it on my motorbike because the temperature is useful on my motorbike, and also it's got a nice clear really big screen on this. It's got the usual sort of alarm, countdown, timer, stopwatch functions, and there's some interesting bits about those as well, which I'll go into more. It's super lightweight, it's super comfortable on the rubber strap that you get. It's going to be robust. It's water resistant to 200 metres, so no hesitation going swimming. A bit of shallow diving, no problem. A bit of snorkeling, something like that, absolutely no problem at all getting this wet. I think it will stand up to a bit of a beating as well, because it is chunky and robust. So just a great little watch for not a lot of money. And I think the reason these have come down so much in price now is because of the advent of smartwatches. But I really like this one, and it has some really good uses. So what I'll do is I'll flip it round, I'll compare it to a G-Shock as well, just to give you an idea of size and that, and we'll go from there. Okay, so here we are with the SGW100. I think it's like the 101V or something. And as you can see, the first thing that strikes is how clear and legible the screen is on this. I mean, it's just such a nice clear screen. Great for if you're doing some kind of sports and you need to just sort of look very quickly at a timer or a stopwatch or something. A great outdoorsy watch, just really good. I'm just going to compare it. I'm just going to put it next to a G-Shock. So this is the 5610. I love this watch, but look at the difference in legibility, the size of the screen. I mean, you've got the little dot matrix display there. Thursday, 31st of January. Got the seconds running at the bottom there. Obviously it's not a solar or anything like that, or atomic. It's just a battery powered, but we know the battery in this is going to last years, and it's easy to change. It's just 4 screws on the case back, as per usual Casio. So there you get a good idea of the size. It's a very similar size, and it wears very similar to a square G-Shock, but obviously it's the round. Just as a comparison, we'll put it next to the little terrorist watch, the F91W. As you can see there, it dwarfs it. Quite a bit thicker, but not, it's not super chunky. Let's just put it next to the. So look at the G-Shock in comparison. Yes, it's not as chunky. Just to give you an idea of the size as well, let's stick it next to a SGW100. There you go. So if I just quickly run through the features, obviously it's a twin sensor, so the main feature, and press that, and you get the compass reading, so it gives you your north is indicated by the arrow, and then it tells you your heading of the actual watch. So we're actually heading south-southwest, and north is this way. It goes off after a few seconds. Obviously that's to save the battery, but you can press it and that will come up again. So it tells you your bearing. You've still got the time up there, and you've got the temperature down the bottom. I say that temperature is reading ambient because I've not got it on the wrist. So that's that, and then to come out of that, you just press the mode button, and then you're back into the normal screen. You've got world time function on this. At the moment that world time is set to New York, but again you've still got the home time there. A lot of real estate is given up to the seconds here, the big gap there, which, you know, I think that could have been utilised a bit better. And I think it would have been nice to have the seconds running around the outside where the compass reads. That would have been a nice feature. Then you've got your stopwatch, and again, with your stopwatch on, you've still got the time, your home time, timer, countdown timer. I've got set 12 minutes there, and again, you've got your home time there, so you don't have to go back to your home time screen. You can just leave it on there when the timer's running. Really nice big display. You've got your alarms, and there's all the different alarms. You've got let's just scroll through. So you've got alarm 1, 2, 3, 4, and snooze, and then your signal. That's your hourly chime. Back to 1, and then back to the home screen. So a very basic, sort of your average run-of-the-mill Casio system, nice and easy to use, but with the compass and the temperature built in, really nice. So on the strap here we've got water resist 200 metres, nice chunky case. We've got what we've got written here: twin sensor, compass, thermometer. They're not shy in telling you what everything is: light, compass, mode. That'll say adjust as always. You've got this like bezel which has got a compass on it, just added detail. That's nicely the way that's screwed down with 6 screws. This is an interesting feature on this watch, these little metal bars. Of not something I've come across on a Casio before. I've not seen that. That's quite nice. Obviously strengthens the way that's fitted to the... Probably make it awkward for putting aftermarket straps, but the strap up that you get with it is perfect in my opinion. It's got the dive extension rubbers there, for going around a wetsuit or whatever that is for gripping, and yeah, just a very plain case back with the usual details of the model and whatnot on there. 5 alarms, world time, stainless steel back, water resist, 20 bar, all the usual stuff. Nice black buckle. Okay, so we'll just pop it on the wrist. There you go, on the wrist. As with all Casios, wears really comfortably. It's super lightweight. It's one of those watches you can wear all the time. You can wear it in bed. It's, you know, it's great. It's got obviously the backlight. I'll do a light shot, and I'll put that in here. As you can see, it lights up really nice. Nothing spectacular, but just works really well. And as you can see, as I move it away, it's just so legible, this watch, at a glance. And I just think, if you're cycling or running or doing gym work, or you know, you want a watch where you just need to glance at, or you've got a timer running or a stopwatch running, something like that, I think this is absolutely great. Doesn't cost the earth, so you're not going to mind getting this bashed about. Be a great beta watch. I know it's not G-Shock and I know it's not ProTrek, but you're not paying G-Shock or ProTrek money. It's, you know, for a twin sensor watch, I think this is absolutely fantastic. I mean, I picked this up second hand in really good condition, no box or anything, just as it is, for 25 quid. I mean, you just can't go wrong for that, can you? And brand new, it's not an expensive watch. I'll put a link in the description to Amazon if you want to buy one. And I would say definitely this is a great little beta watch, and I really like it. I've been looking for a watch to use when I'm kayaking, and I think this is probably the one at the moment, unless I go for a triple sensor at some point, which I probably will, but for now I'm really liking this. And as I say, you can't beat them for comfort. I mean, it's a big old watch, but it's comfortable and it wears fine on the wrist. I really like this one, so I definitely 100% recommend it. Negatives, well, obviously there are different features, but if you want more features, you buy a different watch. For what this is and for what it costs, I struggle to come up with negatives. I really do. And there's generic negatives. If you're in the UK, we don't write the date the way they do on here. This is the American version, so you've got 1/31 Thursday. In the UK, we would write Thursday the 31st of January. So it's just, it'd be nice to be able to switch that round. It's a dot matrix, so it could easily be done, but you know, that's generic for most Casio watches. It's the wrong way around for us in the UK, since we're weird. Other than that, any negatives? Well, there aren't any. There just aren't any. For the money, you just can't, I don't think you can beat it. It's it's absolutely a fantastic little, and for what I paid for it, you know, if you can pick one up second hand in good nick, because people are selling these because they'll upgrade to a ProTrek or a G-Shock or a smartwatch or a Bluetooth enabled ProTrek, something like that. You can pick these up for, as I say, for next to nothing. and great little buy. So anyway, this has been GRVOTV, G's Reviews, Views and Opinions, my review on the Casio SGW100.